All right, so can I get your first and last name, please?
Estevan Lucero.
And what is your role with Transcend?
I'm a co-owner there.
So I've been a lot of these showcased here in the last couple of weeks, and there is a science behind the whole star. It's getting the highest time that you can. Can you kind of go into that science a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So say you're running a 40-yard dash, for instance. My biggest advice to any high school athlete is to just practice sprinting as fast as you possibly can, maximum effort, maximum output. The technique we can clean up as we go, but if your body doesn't have the exposure to max effort sprinting, then that gear isn't there when you want to call upon it. So good recoveries, no more than 3 or 4 a day, but that's where I would start.
And sprinting, I mean, just in general, right? It's not just for being fast. It can transcend, no pun intended there, into a lot of different things, like arm strength, just a lot of different facets of the game. Can you talk about the importance of sprinting?
Oh, it's huge. For us, I think the biggest return that we see is going to be the way that we mitigate injuries. So hamstring injuries, hip flexors, all the normal stuff that every sport deals with for the most part. A lot of that is a byproduct, again, of not sprinting at max effort. So again, when you call upon that gear, obviously something goes wrong because you haven't used it in a little while or maybe never. And so that's when your hamstring gets tight. That's when your hip flexor starts to need work. So yeah, I think that's got the most utility there. On top of the fact that it can really improve you in any aspect. I sprint my baseball players who are pitchers only, because from a neurological standpoint, it actually develops you a lot there too.
Oh yeah, so what do you have there? Green Bliss, right?
Green Bliss, yeah. I'm trying to keep my girlish figure, you know.
As everyone knows, you guys are the official gym, official partner of Couch Potato Sports.
We love it.
But Jaden Meadows, when I saw her getting signed there, I knew it was a business with the right people, because when she was signing, I looked over to you because I'm an observer, like I cover newspaper stuff. But I mean, the look on your face, like it just like I get a very proud dad moment. You were very very proud.
Yeah.
I mean, what is it like working with the Mexico athletes? How cool is it to see them go to take their talents to the next level, that sort of thing?
Oh man, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it in the world. There are a handful of things in life that nourish me, and seeing high school athletes excel. And sometimes it's not even the studs. Sometimes it's the kids who went from the C team pine to all of a sudden they're a role player at the varsity level. Those kids that grow on you, it's the relationships you build with them over time. It's when they give you a hard time, you know, everything in between. You know, shout out to one of my girls, Sheridan Yara. Had that girl since she was a sophomore in high school. Watched her win a state powerlifting meet, and she's one of those kids that's completely blue collar. Showed up every day, sometimes didn't even have training partners, and fought tooth and nail to make it on top of the podium. And I have always said, like, she had a thimble full of talent and just miles of hard work. And to see that culminate in a state championship and being able to see the official results and knowing that we did it, there's nothing like it. I wish you could inject that in my veins.
Nice. And then you obviously work with a lot of the New Mexico prep athletes around the area. Any of them that we got to be keeping an eye out for potential breakout seasons?
There are so many, and we're so lucky to have them. Xavier Hansen's one of them. Joaquin Aragon's one of them for sure. Obviously, the guys you know all about: Herschel Alloway, Isaiah, and of course all my boys. La Cueva. I gotta give them a shout out. Monty, namely, he's one of my biggest fans. He's the best, the Mont Dog. Chris Lopez, Maddie Martin, Robbie, one of our corners. Guy that people don't know much about, Darian Williams. He's one of our corners that's coming up. He looks great. Christian Morales. Those are just the football guys. Langston Lee is one of our guys too. His sister's going to be a stud too.
Lauren Lee, yes.
Yeah, Lauren. She's going to be a super athlete. Jayla Paloma is going to be another one. Brooklyn Fowler is going to be another one. I could go on and on. We're lucky to be surrounded by kids like this. So Doc Miles Love, he won the MVP over there at the UNM camp, which was great. Cash Brewer, also MVP, and the UNM camp and 7-on-7, so it was huge. So yeah, that's a very, very much abbreviated list of all the kids that I know.
And the future of New Mexico sports, I mean, where do you want to see it? Is it just more exposure, or from a better sense? Because when I was a kid, it was do static stretching before a game, which is very, very bad, right? If you're for the fitness side. But what do you want to see for the future of New Mexico sports?
I would just like to see the elevation of competitiveness in play, and I think that's where my role mostly lies. If I can do a good job with athletes throughout the community, what that means is the athletes are more explosive, they're stronger, they're more durable, and they'll be able to compete with other athletes they're competing with when it comes to scholarships nationwide. I think that was one of the reasons we entrenched ourselves with the universal speed rating, is that we could give kids an idea of where they stand relative to their peers they don't see every day, especially across the borders of Texas and Arizona and Colorado. places, the hotbeds that coaches usually recruit from. Now we have a leg to stand on and say, hey, I'm just as fast, I'm just as good looking as that kid from Texas, but I don't have as much wear on my tires, or maybe I'm just under recruited. Take a chance on me. So if I do my job, I think it's going to bleed life into everybody else.
And I know I'm going to ask a question that everybody's asking there probably at home. How do I get my biceps as big as yours? Is it the key actually triceps? How do I do it?
You know what? To be honest, I rarely work my biceps. It's been chin-ups. It's been chin-ups. A lot of chin-ups. Yeah, I spend next to no time on biceps. Might as well get everything involved.
And I know you were also featured on Kobe Valencia, who I call the snack mom about
That's the guy,
video. Yep. Is there any great tricks that you can give people, or just a great easy way to get protein in, a great healthy snack, a great healthy area, besides Raw Root Cafe, of course?
This is something I cover with just about every athlete I work with. You want to take a palm-sized serving, maybe 2 at every meal. Palm-sized serving of protein mainly. So think chicken, fish, steak, eggs, whatever you got, breakfast, lunch, dinner, however you want to chop that up. And make sure you have one of those at every single meal. Like I said, maybe 2 if you need it. And just make sure you're being consistent. Like, that's all there is to it. As somebody who's lost about 75, 80 pounds this last year, it was me putting down the fork. You know, consistency wins. There are no grand slams when it comes to nutrition.
And the coolest thing that I want to make sure all the local Metro athletes, or just anybody in New Mexico knows, is the Top Speed Saturdays that you guys run.
Yes.
And can you just talk about that a little bit and where people can find it if they want to join?
Yeah, so the second Saturday of every single month, we're out at La Cueva High School. We do what are called Top Speed Saturdays. So the high school session is at 10 o'clock, the middle school session is at 11 o'clock, and that's where we work on everything from mechanics through drilling and technique, and then we get in some top speed runs so that way the athletes can see exactly where they stand. We basically measure it in miles an hour. So we have kids run what we call fly-in 30. They start out at the goal line, they run 30 yards, and we capture the last 10 yards of what would be a 40-yard dash. And based on the time that they produce, we can derive exactly how fast they're moving. And in a lot of cases, we can start to diagnose where they need the most help.
And then what's been on your the 5 songs on your playlist this week? This is the final question.
Oh gosh, Go by the Chemical Brothers, because that's been all over my TikTok feed lately. Lip Gloss is in there.
Nice, nice.
I got early mornings at the gym, so I got to get hyped some way. Blue Sky by Kid Cudi. We love Kid Cudi. And then Elastic by Joey Purp. Elastic's it, yeah.
Nice. I did lie. There is one more question. I was interviewing a La Cueva athlete here, shout out Ruby, earlier today, and she said that Coach Back loves to put on some Rihanna. Is that true?
He's a huge Rihanna fan, but that's not all. He's Katy Perry. He loves Christina Aguilera. In fact, sometimes he sings it. It's really good. If you can get him to sing, he's having a great day. So,
perfect. Well, hey, thank you so much for your time.
No problem.